This is Woody Hutzel with HutChu Games, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at deck building in Plunderbund. So the assumption here is we're at the beginning of the game. It's a 3-player game. We're in January, which is the first month of the year. Our purple player here has the winter start player token. They are going to be the first to act. The first thing that all players around the table would do is simultaneously draw up to their card limit. So I'm going to draw 5 cards for the purple player. So I put those face up in front of me into an area we call the play area. The next thing I'm doing is deciding which of these cards I want to put into play. And in this case, I've got a guild leader. The guild leader has 2 options, one for 0 favor cost. A favor is what it takes to actually have one of your guild members take an action, or muster, which requires 1 favor. Then we have a craftsman. For 1 favor, we can go up 1 in quality. I'm going to take that action. I will use the thief for 1 favor to go to take 2 goods from the general supply. I will use 2 favors to place a racketeer on the table using my thug, and I will use 2 favors to place an agent using my footpad. So everybody's around the table has completed this preparation simultaneously. Now it comes around to me and it's my turn to execute my actions. So in this case, my guild leader allows me to move up 2 on the reputation track. So I move up 2 on the reputation track at the top of the board. I go from 0 to 2. I use my craftsman to go up 1 in quality. Now, when we move up a level in Plunderbund, in almost all cases, we move up and as far to the left as is available and not blocked by another cube, with one exception, which we may get to in our second round of card play. Using the thief, I'm going to take 2 goods from the general supply and put them in my warehouse. Using the thug, I've paid 2 favor cost. I'm going to place a racketeer. A racketeer is this guy here, has a newsboy cap. I'm going to place the racketeer on merchant number 6. Then I will use my footpad, which I paid 2 favors to take the compete action. It allows me to take one of my agents. This is what an agent looks like. It's got a fedora cap. And in this case, I'm going to place that agent on merchant number 4. So this completes my first month of gameplay. So what I'm going to do is take all of the cards that I drew into my play area, including the favor cards. I'm going to place those into my discard pile. Next, every other player would take their actions going clockwise around the table from my location. It would come around to me. Now the first player marker would have shifted. So in this case, in a 3-player game, I would be the last player to act. So let's assume that's all happened. It comes to me, I'm going to draw 3 cards in a situation where I really need to be drawing 5. However, you'll notice after 3 cards, my draw pile is empty. This is the one and only time that you would want to actually shuffle your cards in Plunderbund. So I'm going to take the cards, I'm going to shuffle those, and now I'm going to put that back to form my draw pile, and I'm going to draw the remaining 2 cards I need. You can see here I've drawn 1 favor card into my hand from the favors that I gathered during the first month of play. So according to the rules, what happens is I take that favor card and I immediately repay it. So in this way, a favor card is an opportunity cost in your gameplay, but does not permanently clog your deck. So now I have 4 cards that I can still take actions with. So everybody around the table is taking those same preparation steps simultaneously. I'm going to decide to play the city guard, the copper pincher, the mad scientist, and the guild leader action I can take for free again. So in this case, I'll use the guild leader to move up 2 more points in reputation. I'm going to use the city guard to move up 1 in appeal, so go up and all the way to the left that's available. I use the mad scientist to go up 1 in ingenuity. And then finally, I have a copper pincher. Now, the thing I'm going to point out about the copper pincher play is it has a notation, a symbol on it that says last move advantage. What that means is when I go up with the copper pincher is not only going up, but it's also going all the way to the beginning location on the next line. So in this case, I move up. We haven't had other players actually moving cubes, but if anybody had already been on that level, I would have pushed them out of the way and I would have taken the first spot on that level. Ultimately, the way we're going to settle sales competitions in Plunderbund is by looking at who is highest and furthest to the left. So an ability like a last move advantage can, in certain circumstances, come in to be quite handy. So I take the cards that I've played from my play area, both the favor cards that I've drawn in order to take these actions and the guild members, I put those into my discard pile, and now I'm ready for the third and final month of Plunderbund. So with that, we've concluded our introduction to deck building in Plunderbund. I hope you've learned a lot from this video, and stay tuned for more.